go straight to what are the facts and how do the facts lead you to determine that something was done or what specifically was done? Okay, can a biological father sue to have a presumptive father removed as a parent under Washington law? Yes. So why don't you do that? Okay, Ron.
Because I'm not trying to get my my priorities switched around. So my first priority is to cl clarify whether I'm the father. Because if I'm not, like my only interest in the whole litigation is if I'm the father
Okay,
or
stop right there. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think I already answered this question. It's in law. How does a non well actually you've been how does you're a non-presumptive father. Otherwise not a non-presumptive father challenge paternity.
it would have to be through a second
Well,
genetic
I
test.
don't need you to tell me when there is a presumptive father via marriage.
Sure, I don't have a problem. I understand all that you're bringing up right now. Well, like
Come on,
one
trying to answer the
component to
question.
one component to this is that disestablishing your certain rights doesn't preclude you from other responsibilities. And I've done a little bit of research on this too, because there have been fathers in the past in Washington State and in other states like Pennsylvania where they disestablish, which the courts change that into instead of it being disestablishing, it's you're waiving your parental custodial rights, but you still have responsibilities for child support. So so that's something that I want to make sure that doesn't happen to me, which I'm not even so if I am the father, I want full custody. I've already expressed that component to it. But if I'm not the father, then I'm suing for damages for putting me through all this for no darn reason.
Hold on.
So that's why I'm saying it's multifaceted depending on what the facts of the case actually end up being once we get into discovery in a court that's actually going to allow me to conduct my lawsuit.
But you have to in order to sue for a malicious prosecution or abuse of process, one
Mhm.
has to win on some other
But
issue. There you go.
she did the state did win. They ended up getting the child support award to the state. Wait, I need to make that bigger. Let me see. Actually, I'll just put it on this screen. Yes, a father can petition the court for disestablishment of paternity and vacate child support. Supposedly file. Okay, but there's case law already in Division 2, which is where I'm at in Washington State, that says that you can ask to waive you can that type of petition ends up being construed as you waiving your custodial rights, but not waiving your rights, especially if the mother is on public health or public assistance. Voluntary assuming the duty. The key is proven that he is not the biological father, so that's one component to I understand that. Engage in specific actions, prevent disestablishment after knowing
You
he
know,
wasn't.
go back to your first one. If it were me and I did not want to go to an attorney for whatever reason, whatever your reason is, I don't care. I would probably want to lay out facts in my claim that would specifically push the trier of fact to determine that the individual claiming to be the father cannot be the father for a specific set of reasons. Um, what's an AOP, Ron Love? Oh,
Acknowledgement of
acknowledgement of
paternity.
paternity.